Hello everyone, my name is Simone. I'm a Chilean singer, voice actor, audiovisual communicator, and YouTuber. I currently have my YouTube channel with my project Simone Anisinger, in which my partner Nico and I make cover songs of anime music. You're very welcome to subscribe. Nico is a very talented musician, composer, keyboard player, musical producer, and director, like me. And we are continuously looking for anime songs that move us, which is the core of this project. And we really try to honor the songs by making musical arrangements that we believe will give a new twist, freshness, and a different energy to the song. And also because we believe that there is very good anime music around there and that everyone should listen to it. 5 years ago, we started making covers of the songs we used to listen to when we were kids and went crazy about. We started with the classics, Saint Seiya, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, Slam Dunk, and in no time our channel started to grow in followers. We started being invited to conventions, events, TV shows. We even traveled abroad. It was crazy. Many people were so pleased with our work that they massively started suggesting new anime songs that we should cover. There are so many animes that some of the songs we are covering lately I haven't even watched yet, which was the case with Robotech, the Macro Saga. What? You didn't watch Robotech till recently? Yes, that's right. Oh my god! 2 years ago, Nico and some followers suggested that we should cover a Robotech song. Nico had watched it when he was little and when it was broadcasted in Chile. So he showed me the song We Will Win. I loved it. I went nuts. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Is this song real? Where has it been all my life? Suit up to the recording cabin! When facing We Will Win, it was quite a challenge because at that time we were working on exclusively covers in Spanish, or that we translated from Japanese to Spanish. So we had this amazing song which was sung in English and we weren't sure what to do about it. All the songs we had been working on till that time were all in Spanish, except for the anime songs, which are sung in Japanese English. In that case, what we do is we translate the Japanese part to Spanish and we keep the English lyrics because we assume that's the author's artistic proposition. So, because the singing character Lin Minmei, of course, who else, duh, sings in English in this series, we kind of wanted to respect that. I think what you were really looking for was a kind of justified excuse to make it in English. Yeah, well, you know, that's just like, your opinion, ma'am. So we started working on the song and Nico came up with the awesome idea of making an galactic sound-like arrangement to enhance its science fiction epic kind of mood. I was in flames imagining how awesome would have been if we could film the video in some space center look-alike place like NASA or something. But then reality slapped in the face and we had to make something more simple with a black background and some colored lights for the mood. I also got this retro dress to look more like Minmei, but at that time I had brown hair, so it kinda ended up looking like a Lin Lisa mashup look. Some kind of coincidence, universe thing, but We Will Win got some kind of strength and protagonism in our lives because a few weeks later in Chile we had a social outbreak and things were very tense, lots of injustice, fear, oppression, military people in the streets, people dying, riots, curfew, and many others. And after getting kind of over the shock of it, we decided that as artists and musicians, we wanted to contribute in some way to lift the spirit of our Chilean compatriots, followers. So we decided to relaunch We Will Win, but in Spanish. Its message is so powerful and encouraging. We felt like it was almost our duty to bring Robotech's survival fighting power to our country in a language everyone in Chile and all the Spanish-speaking countries would understand. For me, at least, the message of We Will Win helped me to reconnect with the knowledge that to live the life that I want is just one decision away. And if I really believe in myself and my inner strength, I will win. I will live the meaningful life I yearn for, and more if we are all united. We will all win. Food for thought. Then Valentine's Day 2020 arrived, and we decided to make one of Robotech's Love Hymn, To Be in Love, in an acoustic version.
To be in love must be the sweetest feeling that a girl can feel. To be in love, to live a dream.
You can find it in our YouTube channel and Spotify account as Simone Anisinger. We were so influenced at that time by Robotech that Nico and a colleague started planning to do a Robotech concert with orchestra, which we thought we'd launch at the end of the first semester. But guess what? COVID-19 struck and we were forced to stay at home, and all our concert plans went to garbage. Concert in which I was going to impersonate Lin Minmei, so yes, that was a bummer. The thing was that we had all these Robotech musical arrangements ready and we had no concert to show them, so we decided to make a Robotech music season in our YouTube channel with the musical arrangements we already had. So you can find in my YouTube channel and all the streaming platforms our interpretation of Robotech Lin Minmei hits. You can find It's You, The Man in My Life, We Will Win, My Time to Be a Star, To Be in Love. We wanted to give that season a TV show kind of look, so even though it was filmed at home, I think we kind of nailed it. What do you think?
It's really unreal. I can't believe I've come this far. This is my time to be a star.
Then later that year, last year actually, in November more or less, I received an invitation to participate in this awesome festival. Thank you so much, Troy, for the invitation. I'm deeply honored. Hello? Yes, it's her. Oh my god, what? Come again? Miami Science Fiction Film Festival? Me? Invited? Oh, yeah, sure. Let me see my schedule. Yeah, February sounds good. I think I can make some time, yes? Sure, thanks. We were so happy with the news that we just wanted to make more Robotech cover songs. Just because we liked it. We didn't have a strategy planned, really. I think it was just the excitement, I guess. So all the Robotech Macro Saga songs were covered. We were wondering which song to do next. So many of our followers suggested we should do Look Up the Sky, sung by the character Lancer. So When I heard it, I really loved it. I love the retro vibe, the sound, the energy. And we really try to give it that retro look. Just look at my hair.
We have to pay for all we use. We never think before we light the fuse. Look up, look up, look up. The sky is falling. Look up, there's something that you have to do. Before you try to go outside to take in the view, look up because the sky could fall on you.
Someone please tell me why voluminous hair isn't a trend anymore. I mean, just look at that massive lion hair look. I just love it. I would go to the supermarket with it. Love it. And yes, as you may have guessed, I will have to watch the other Robotech seasons, so no objection there. And as this festival title is Do You Remember Love, we knew we had to cover that song. So to make it more special, we decided to make the premiere here in this festival. Oh my god, I'm so honored, thank you. Of our version of Do You Remember Love, which I loved. I think I cried many times. It's my new favorite song. So I guess I'll have to watch Macros too. And as the title of this lecture says, for me it's almost always first the song, then the series, which was and is totally the case with Robotech. I was impressed with the plot because it had so many powerful messages, realities, crude and sad scenes, epic battles, where you could really feel the danger and how death was so close to the main characters. The amazing technology. I'm sure that Evangelion and Escaflowne are totally inspired in the Varitex. I have no proof of that, but I'm 100% sure. Prove me wrong. In my case, I had a very difficult childhood, so one of the symptoms of post-traumatic long-term stress is bad memory. I forget almost everything all the time. You would be really surprised. I remember once a friend stared at me and said, "Oh my god, you really don't remember. This is the third time we're watching this film. You make the same joke in the exact part every time." And I was like, oh my god, really? I'm sorry, I don't remember. I think it's because my brain is saying like, this memory, you don't need it, you need space. But the good thing is that I do remember how a good movie, a good song, a good series makes me feel. And that helps me to remember at least the parts that moved me. I really enjoyed Robotech, and I am sure I will much more when I finish watching the other seasons and Macros too, because it made me cry. I remember I was so shocked with Roy Focker's death. He didn't say a word. He went directly to spend his last time with Claudia. But I think I will always keep wondering, what if he had gone directly to the hospital instead of going to Claudia, if he would have made it? I don't know. We will never know, I guess. It made me laugh. I love the scene where Exodore sings My Time to Be a Star. I think it's just hilarious because he's so serious about it, but it's so funny, so I love that scene. Made me laugh a lot. Stressed me out with all the battles, cosmic battles, where the survival of humanity was at stake. Made me suffer with this love triangle between Lynn, Rick, and Lisa. I confess I didn't like Minmay before because I found her so cruel with poor Rick's heart. And Rick was such a scatterbrain with Lisa. And Lisa that had severe communication problems. But I think what most impresses me about Robotech is its a semblance with reality, even though it's a science fictional universe. And I really think it was like way ahead of its time. In Robotech you had interracial relationships, interplanetary relationships. You had this love triangle. You had war, you had killings, annihilations, you had huge cultural differences, and lots of misunderstandings. If you think of it, everything started kind of by accident. The Centraeris wanted to find the proto-culture, the SDF-1 just automatically fired against them, so with no warning or knowledge about what was happening, just war was declared. Or this other time when the SDF-1 shield misfunctioned and killed humans and Centraeris, and they thought, oh my god, humans are an implacable and dangerous race willing to sacrifice some of their own to win. If you really think of it, Robotech should be named like Robotech, a series of unfortunate misunderstandings. I think that name is more accurate. When you really get that, every character is unique with their own beliefs, thoughts. You can feel that aha moment. For example, even at first, I really disliked Lynn. Like, really. But then you realize she's just 16 years old. A girl trapped by accident in an alien spaceship in Pluto without knowing if her family was dead or if she was ever going to see them again. She was saved by this handsome-looking young man, which she thought was her prince and wanted to marry him, but after realizing how young she was, you kind of start understanding her random decisions and behavior, which were not necessarily coherent with what she said or did. She was just so confused, which I think annoyed us a lot. But how could she have known what she wanted in life? She was just a little girl that all of a sudden was responsible for the survival and preservation of the whole human race. She was kind of forced to this manager-boyfriend relationship she felt kind of obligated to. She wanted to be a star, but wanted to be loved. So, well, and by the other hand, the Centraelis, which were a war race. They were trained to face one or many of them, to fight. That was the only reality they knew. So how can you judge them to be the villains if that's the only reality they were aware of? That's why they were so intrigued by Lynn. When she sang about love, when she kissed Kyle. Having said that, that doesn't mean that I support war. Actually, I think that the president of each country should be in a duel and lots of lives will, be saved. But that's not the point. If you follow me. I remember I really enjoyed the Centraelis spies that end up enjoying their life in the SDF-1. And the scene where Exodor is asking about the two people with extraordinary superpowers, the core of your psychological assault, a female that seems to be performing some kind of ritual. Some strange little chant, Stage fright, go away, this is my big day. La 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 loo loo loo. And he is so serious about it. I just love that scene. So I think Robotech's success as a series was to show a reality in which many of us can relate, with a very striking spatial universe. And even though it was humans against alien forces, it makes you feel how easily can everything fall apart if you don't have the basic thing like if you don't listen, if you aren't honest, if you don't explain, or just if you don't love, even yourself. That's the conclusion for me. I think that's the secret. That's the proto-culture power. The power of love. When we're faced to misunderstanding, I think that we should really be like Exeter, like open to listen the other point of view. Try to understand the motivations of people's actions. Not necessarily to justify them, but to understand them. And if you really care, understand the cultural differences. A scene which really impressed me too was when the Centraides and humans were living together, and some Centraides were suffering with this peace state because all their purpose as a war alien was war. Imagine how would you feel if suddenly everything was taken away from you. I mean, like, your purpose of existence. And all you knew and believed was wrong and bad. It's kind of a huge crisis, really. And this applies to everyone. It takes a lot of work to realize all your behaviors come from experiences and beliefs of who you are, what you think about deserving love, the need to heal wounds you didn't know they even existed, to relearn things you thought were right but are not because they are not healthy for you or others. See? It's so easy to connect with Robotech. I truly believe in the power of love and its healing magic. I really think if you let your ego aside and start acting with love, respect, honesty for you, for others, if you truly listen and express with love how you feel, everything just clicks. So let's remember love together, how it feels, shall we? You are all invited to the premiere of our Spanish version of Do You Remember Love tomorrow at the Miami Science Fiction Film Festival. We're so honored and grateful for the opportunity, and we hope that you can join us tomorrow and hopefully like it. Thanks for joining me in this humble lecture, my first one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Troy, for the invitation and the opportunity to be part of this awesome festival. And all of you, if you like my work, you are so welcome and invited to follow me in my social media, my YouTube channel. You can find me as Simone Anisinger. So thank you all and have a good weekend. Bye.